Hello, everybody, and welcome for day two of MaM-A-Thon MaM-A-Thon 2020. So, um, day two. I was watching my Billy video. It's really amazing, but I will wait a while because I know everybody wants to see my Billy. Uh, my Billy video because this is really interesting, really interesting. And I would like to start this segment, you know, um, to dedicate a song uh, of a friend of mine. Uh, his name is Catherine. She's like an old sister for me. We know each other from the school, and I dedicate her this song from Scotty, the Belgian singer who were involved in the cause. So here we go. Cat, it's for you.
C'est l'histoire de petit gars qui a toujours traîné en bas et dans sa vie, ouais, les seules choses qu'il sait faire, c'est des conneries. Il pourrait te liquider, ouais, si tu touches à sa famille. Des vols, il en a fait, des bagarres, il en a eu. C'est ça qui arrive quand tu traînes dans la rue. Il se fait respecter, on lui marche pas dessus. Depuis son enfance, il côtoie que la violence. Ce petit gars, il s'en fout de ce que tu penses. À peine 12 ans, il s'allume des pétards. À peine 13 ans, il allume des bananes. Petit à petit, le petit gars, il a grandi et il a très vite compris que ça ne marchait pas ainsi. Son but dans la vie n'en était pas à la zombie, mais comme un tout petit gars, ouais, il veut faire de l'argent. Du coup, il se met à vendre des stupéfiants et pour lui, il n'y a rien de plus facile vu que l'argent le fascine. Tous ceux qui le voudraient, c'est se sortir de la famille. Et c'est l'histoire d'un petit gars qui a son tout grandi trop vite. Il traînait dans les rues à la recherche de grossistes. Il esquivait les cours, il aimait pas trop l'école. Il choisit le mauvais chemin et se met à la picole. Ce petit gars devient majeur et les problèmes s'accélèrent. Il fonce vers le malheur sans se soucier des larmes de sa mère. Ce petit gars est prêt à tout pour aller chercher des sous. Et ça même aussi, il faut se ramasser des coups. Ce petit gars ne se fait pas de la vie des gens. Ce qui lui importe, c'est se faire de l'argent. Et je ne peux pas te voir en tout ce qu'il utilise et sa maman. Ce petit gars fait son propre opinion. Et dans la rue, il ferait tout pour être le champion. Toujours là pour les autres. Mais qui est là pour lui? Ce monde est fou, ce monde est faux. Et trop bouger pour les gens, c'est son défaut. Ce petit gars se fait juger sans même se faire connaître. Ce que tu ignores, c'est que ce petit gars, ouais, il t'enlève. Ce petit gars a pris conscience qu'il vivait dans un monde de fou. Et malgré tous les coups, et toi, il doit rester debout. Il s'imagine au sommet, c'est pas un défaut d'essayer. Qui t'entraîne à rien, tu sais attendre. Un bateau viendra à point. C'était l'histoire d'un petit gars qui a toujours traîné en bois. Et dans sa vie, ouais, les seules choses qu'il sait faire, c'est des conneries. Il pourrait te liquider, ouais, si tu touches à sa famille. Des vols, il en a fait. Des bagarres, il en a eu. C'est ça qui arrive quand tu traînes dans la rue. Il se fait respecter. On lui marche pas dessus. Et...
It was Scotty, my friend. So I hope you enjoyed that because it's this guy sing with his earth too. Uh, so uh, you know this year I'm a host for MaM-A-Thon, and this MaM-A-Thon 2020 edition is truly amazing. A lot of new hosts, amazing hosts. I don't talk for me, but everyone is very amazing. But also amazing guest. Really interesting with a lot of really interested content, and also a lot of emotion, a lot of fatigue because I want to be I will be frank with you. I'm tired because I've only sleep for hours, but it's okay. And and I would like to thank everyone for supporting the people for seeking the justice and peace for Teresa. And yesterday I was let me okay. Yesterday I didn't have time to broadcast Dev Begokta third video, so we will start right away with Dave's video, and then I have a very, very nice surprise for you. So please, after Mr. Dev Begokta part 3 video, stay tuned because I have a big surprise for you.
Then after this, I run my own companies mostly after this. The only way that I would be able to do this or to work is with work for yourself, because most of the good jobs are controlled. The way I was told. One of the main reasons I'm making this, with this Avery thing, it got overturned. For anybody that wasn't keeping up with the story, about 2004 or something like that, they found out he didn't do it. He didn't do this rape on the beach. It was somebody else. And the DNA proved that it was another guy. So they let him out of the jail, and I was like, holy shit, and after it happened, I was really shocked by what happened. And I understand how everybody feels now against the guy, because I was shocked and I hated the guy. I was pissed, that he did this to this woman. It was just an ugly thing, and here to find out he really didn't do it. And all these rumors I had heard about him getting framed almost, you know what I mean? It all made sense. Back then, I didn't even know that like 10 of his family members said that he was with them when this happened. I didn't know anything about any of that. And I was just shocked when I found out all the details of the actual trial against him, because I was never involved with it. I don't even think I made a statement. I don't even remember. But I didn't really see anything. I just looked for her, and there was other people that made statements, and I was thinking after that, and well, if they had the capability to frame him, if they did, would they have the capability to murder Marianne? And that's the main reason I'm making this, because she was scared for her life, and she was covered with blood from a heart attack and a gun next to the bed. I'm sorry, and if you're related to Marianne, if you're and you're offended by this or whatever, I'm sorry. But I really think that this has to be looked at. This is bullshit, And with and then with the Avery investigation after this latest thing when he supposedly killed this woman at his place. I mean, it was the same bullshit over again. I mean, the investigation sucked. He had one of the things that was bullshit about his second trial was he couldn't name his accusers. And how can you be accused of a crime that happened where you lived, and you might have information about it, but you can't talk about it, And they didn't find the key when he got busted, or when they had suspicion that he did this. There should have been an outside investigator that came in. It shouldn't have went to that same police that he had an issue with his first one. It was just, I couldn't believe it, And then look at the prize, the special investigator guy who got busted for being a man pig. I mean, he fits right in with these people. And the guy who supposedly did the rape in the first place, he was some sort of sex offender too. I mean, it's the same MO with all these people. I don't understand, it's not right. And another thing that happened, which really freaked me out, was the night of the murder, the second Avery incident, on Halloween night, the night of the murder. me and my wife were riding our bicycles in town, and I saw him at a gas station. And I didn't really make a whole lot of it. I knew who he was. I never really talked to him. He's around the same age as me. He grew up in Michigan. I grew up in Two Rivers. I knew who he was. I had heard the rumors about him throwing a cat in a fire. I had heard before the supposed rape on the beach that he was having issues with his neighbors, who were some of these people in the club supposedly, and he was standing in the yard naked doing things, So I never really I don't even know. It's only, I don't know him. I just know what he looks like. And he had been on the news because he was supposedly living in a ice fishing shanty in front of his parents' house because he was trying to move this investigation forward and get some money out of the false imprisonment, And I saw him on that night, and I was like, I couldn't believe it. And then going on, I guess here, that's the main reason why I wanted to make this. But, I still got some other stuff that I want to talk about this club. There's rumors and I have facts about it. But I quit drinking when I was about 26 or something like that, hanging out with people. I used to go out and not the kind of parties that this other guy was talking about, but I spent a lot of time out. And I heard a lot of rumors, rumors over the years. And I'll talk about some rumors and facts that I've heard about this. I know because I never really slept very good for some reason. And I used to go for bicycle rides at night. And these people who have this club and these meetings, this is a satanic sex magic in a way. And whatever they're doing, I don't even know if they're even know what they're doing, but I ride my bicycle around town and I'd see some of these people driving through town. So I'd ride my bicycle and I would see what was going on. And they would have these little gatherings at maybe a factory or something. And one time I even went and I stood at the front door and on my bicycle and I just said hi to them and they went in, I don't think anybody knew I was there, but and I don't understand what's on these people's minds. I mean, when the official first came and saw me at my work, he said that everybody who had a business was in this club. And it kind of goes between all the different kind of clubs in town and that you actually, I almost had no choice to join this club if you were going to have a business. And it's just something I never heard of, and then I heard more rumors about that this club, they go down in St. Nazianz in the basement there, and they talk to the devil himself in the basement. I've heard it from more than one person, and this is just a rumor. But, and I knew another guy who owned a business, and when these people would come and collect their tributes or whatever, he would have me hide in the back and keep quiet because he was worried because they get weird sometimes or something. I never really believed this whole shit, but that's just another thing. But if you think about it, if it isn't mass psychosis and it isn't, like they're really talking to the devil, which I doubt, there would be a lot of good reasons to keep all the people that control all the big businesses on the lake shore and all the way up to Green Bay. Because I know the fingers of this goes all the way, at least in that part of the state. I was amazed that they actually did something when the prize was found out. This prosecutor guy who was the man pig. That gave me a little bit of hope that it isn't a complete mess. And another thing that gave me part of hope was that they actually turned this thing over and admitted that he didn't do it. I mean, so there has to be a good part somewhere out there. Otherwise it'd be really scary. But like I was getting to get back to having all these people controlled, talking to the devil. Who would benefit by that? I don't know. You hear about these technologies that the supposed NSA has, or the CIA and stuff, and it's called remote neural monitoring and electromagnetic frequencies, transcranial magnetic stimulation. And if you want to look on YouTube, look up the talking window. If you touch a window in the subway, it gives you some sort of message in your head. I mean, this stuff is possible. And about the time supposedly all these people started talking to the devil in the basement was right about the time they were inventing this in the 50s. So I don't know. This is just speculation. I'm really really disappointed that I didn't want to make this video. I wanted to put all this behind me since it happened when I was a kid, but it just keeps coming and coming and coming. And, if these people want to have this sex club, between consulting adults or whatever, I mean, that's all right. Eyes Wide Shut, watch that movie. But if it goes further than that, who knows? I've talked to some of these people's children, and it doesn't sound like. I mean, I guess there's a reason why the kids are messed up, but I don't know. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. Okay, and then I was thinking that with this thing with Marianne, right after the Avery thing on the beach is when I got contacted by this official. I'm like, I could never figure out why they would come in. I mean, I was a loser. I didn't have a good job. I did shit in school, Why would they want me to join this elite club with them, And I was like, after everything got turned over, I was like, well, maybe they wanted me to want to get me in this club and get a picture of me with my pants down or something, and have something to blackmail me with. But I don't know, I think that the whole thing, including his first conviction, even though it was overturned, it was never investigated. Nobody ever investigated how this all happened, and the stuff I heard that they totally framed him. How far did it go? How far did the frame go? Did it go all the way down to some sort of sex magic act on the beach? I didn't like what I saw that day on the beach. I always had a bad feeling about when I got on top of the sand dune and saw those people out there. Granted, it could have been police. They didn't have uniforms on. I know that. I think it all needs to be investigated again. And I'm sorry if I offended anybody, with this, and including the family of Marianne. But this has just been churning in my head. And what I'm doing is I'm going to take this video, I'm going to put it on the internet, and I'm going to send it to FBI in Minneapolis, Milwaukee, Chicago, San Antonio, and Dallas, because I'm down in Texas right now. And if you know anything about this, because email this video to them too. If you think it's bullshit, email them this video too. They need to dig up Marianne's body. If she wasn't cremated, which would be the smartest thing for them to do, I don't know, but this needs to be investigated. That's why I'm doing this. I mean, it really hits me hard. And if the FBI wants to talk to me, don't come here without announcing yourself. Call me first. And that's it. Okay, I just watched the whole video. It's pretty much what I wanted to say. I made one mistake when I said he couldn't name other accusers in the trial, his second trial. He couldn't name other possible suspects that were like who he thought did it, which I thought was total bullshit. And another thing, that kid that confessed, they had him in a room for 12 hours with no lawyer, and they were mentally abusing him. I don't know. There's a lot of people that would admit to just about anything after 12 hours of mental abuse with no lawyer. If they did do it, they deserve worse than they got. But I think he deserves one fair trial. I mean, it's just the way it is. And now over these years, with my own personal investigation, and now with the internet and Facebook, where everybody lists their friends, I got a pretty good idea who's who, and I'm looking for help.
It was Mr. Begokta, and like you'll see, this story is really amazing, and I have the privilege to receive again Mr. Begokta on my channel in the future to talk about the club, to talk about more stuff. But for now, I have promised you a special guest and a special surprise. And I'm sure you know this man. And this man have a earth like that. But for first, I would like, ladies and gentlemen, present and introduce you Mr. Dassey Seabrook himself. Hello,
Hey, everybody.
Dassey.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Yes.
hear you
Okay.
really well.
Oh, good. How are you?
I'm really fine. And you?
Yeah, it's. But I think we're both tired. It's in the middle of the night here, and but I'm happy to be here. It's nice to be part of MaM-A-Thon again, and congratulations for hosting. That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's really wonderful. But Dassey, if I can tell you something, I would like to say thank you very much for accepting my invitation. It's a great and a real honor for me to receive you for this MaM-A-Thon 2020 edition, because you are an incredible artist, and I have to admit that I really love your music because you feel that everything comes from your soul, and all the emotion you convey, right,
Yeah.
in your music touch me a lot, and that's why I'm really proud, really, to have you today for this beautiful event, MaM-A-Thon, because you are a real great person who speak, sing, and play with his art, and that's why I'm really proud to have you today on this channel.
Well, thank you. That's wonderful. I'm happy to be here, and you know, that is an accurate assessment of how I play music. It's not really. I always have this conversation repeatedly with people as I say I'm not a musician, although I am on one level, but I'm not a musician like math. I don't know keys and scales, but I do know what I have, and what I have is I do it from the heart, you know, and that carries a lot. If you only know 3 chords or 2 chords and you're singing from your heart, it doesn't matter, you know, and that's what comes across a lot of times when I'm playing in a live venue. Just a lot of people come up and say that exact same thing to me. They say, wow, man, you got, you know, and they're not, you know, it's not like I whip myself, because I like myself. I know who I am. And so, and I know what my songs are, but they are, I just sing from my heart. And, you know, sometimes being an artist like that, or a creative person, it's painful sometimes if you're always singing from or coming from a place of super feeling.
Yeah.
The world's a painful place. And, yeah. So, but I love it. You know, I'm grateful to have it, and I'm grateful to be here, and so much support through the community. But man, all those songs, that was my own doing. I was just trying to process stuff, you know, and there's a lot of them.
Yeah, for sure. And that's exactly what I say before. You sing with your soul, and you create with your soul, and you don't act. You don't play a role. You are yourself, and you stay yourself. And I think that's why people love you, and people feel your music in their heart and in their soul, because it's true, because you are true, and your music touch people, and you're amazing. You're just amazing.
Yeah, you know, I love it. It's equal. It's one of those things that I see a lot of young people when they're learning guitar or music, and they start playing other people's songs, which is good, and it's a great thing. It's a great way to learn if you have a song you like to sing. For me, anyways, there's a lots of ways to learn music, but if it's from the heart, and you can sing a song, that's great. But it's a two-way street, because as I sing and I've put myself out there, it's like any interaction with any human. If you're open, people are open. If you're closed, people are closed. And and it comes across that
Very.
way. And I just couldn't be it. To be honest, I had so much stuff I was dealing with in my younger life, you know, that I just ended up this way. I didn't really plan on it. And so sometimes it becomes, like I say, it might be artists tend to be super open people. And that's dangerous sometimes, you know, so.
Yeah.
But it's just who I am. And I'm just turning 50 this year, and I'm just starting to be okay with everything. Took a long time. You know?
I understand what you mean, because before, when I was most younger, I was in a band, in a metal band, and we have made a lot of concert and festival and stuff like that. And when you do that, you learn about yourself too. So
yeah,
it's great, because it's a journey where you come. Excuse me. It's a journey where you can find yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when you stay yourself, like you, when an artist stay yourself like you, it's amazing. It's really amazing, because this is the stuff what touch the people most. I believe. For me, it's the case. All the time I hear your music, Stacy. All the time. I don't know how you say that in English, but I have my you know, my
the hair stand up.
my hair,
Yeah.
because that's touched me really a lot, because I feel this. I feel your soul in your music, and you share your own soul with us, and I really like that, and I really like that, and I really like that. And I would like to ask you if you want play a song for
Sure.
the
Yeah, I'll let you. Yeah.
for the
You know, it's funny
audience.
because that's the second time someone said that to me today about the hairs on their arms. And
Yeah.
Totally. And it was a totally different song and stuff. It wasn't even the Making a Murderer stuff. It was a friend I just really reconnected with after about 25 years. And he sort of looked at my other YouTube channel and stuff. But, you know, I find it really interesting that part of artistry, like artists, it's amazing whether it's sculpture or painting or anything, performance art or dancing, whatever, just that huge amount of life that we bring to community or society. And so I find that I live in a very small community, about 1,000 people on an island, and I don't have a lot of money or anything, you know, and so, but I carry something else that's so beautiful and it resonates with people. And I feel like I live in a dream someday. Someday, like everyone, some days are brutally hard and I get down and stuff, but many days I'm super grateful to be, just to have listened to myself. I mean, I can see you're the same. It's like, if you're yourself, there's this poet that said, I was born a baby. What are these 100 pairs of clothes I'm wearing? Because we just keep putting these personas and expectations and, you know, people's view. We try to be so many things, and eventually we just have to strip down again. And it's not often easy, but
no.
Yeah, I love it all. I mean, I'm super grateful for the Making a Murderer. I feel the whole, to be honest, there's something extraordinary with me and Making a Murderer, because I know how many of the songs came through, and it is not, I didn't sit down and write. I was more of a channel or an antenna and so many weird coincidences and stuff that added up. Some of the songs are just normal and I worked through them, but many of them just sort of, I was open and they came, you know, and
Yeah.
it's super great. But I don't know. I mean, I wonder how this will be if I play through the mic. How's the mic and how's the, is everyone hearing me all right? Sometimes on the other channels, you hear this
Echo?
fluctuation of,
Oh,
like if I play,
for me, it sounds great.
sounds good. Oh yeah.
Yeah, for me, it sounds
yeah.
good. I will ask to the audience. It sounds
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't, and just so people know, I don't have any chat in front of me. I can't see anything.
Oh,
So you'll have to let me know.
I'm watching.
Yeah.
If anyone can tell me if the sound of Stacy is good, for me, yeah, but I don't know for you. Please answer. Mr. Seabrook is alive.
Oh yeah, I'm here. I was just waiting. How does it sound to the people listening? Is there any?
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Good.
Okay. Here we go.
What do we want to do? Which one?
Stacy.
Yes.
You do what you want, bro. You do what you
I'm
want.
gonna do. You know, it's funny. I haven't played. It's almost like when I record them at Mark Atkinson's studio, I stop playing them. So sometimes when I go back to them, I don't remember them all. It's like I do, but it takes me a little bit. But I think why don't we do Avery Road? Might as well, hey?
Yeah, why not?
Wisconsin can be so cold. The scales of justice can erode. We accept lies big and bold. All we forget, we live on Avery Road. Should be easy to see. This could be you, could be me. We shouldn't sit by idly, accepting everything, all that we are told. I live on Avery Road. I live on Avery Road. I live on Avery Road.
Whoa!
Something like that.
Bravo!
Yeah, that's a good tune, eh? I mean, I could do. I've been doing these back behind the song sort of videos. That's going to be a good one. I mean, it's kind of surreal because I have so many songs about this subject now, but I just love that. There's so many little background things that no one knows about yet about these songs that they're really touching, you know. Like,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because we have so much community I was listening to someone talk about, we're doing this MaM-A-Thon, and the community is such an important thing, whether it's where you live or a group, because you all have a common goal. And even though we're so far apart, we work together, and it built, like, if I met you, it's like when I met Jane and Diane. Had never met them, or at rally, a bunch of people at rally. If we meet, there's a moment where we're like, hey, we've never met, but then we're brothers, It's like, it's so cool. I love that.
Yeah, I love that too. I love that too. So I will watch a little bit the chat. If anybody has a question for Dassey is here. I rule.
I really wanted to. So when I was over in Europe, I wanted to see you and Rule, and it worked out. The day I was going under the channel, I couldn't get a hold of you, and Rule was away somewhere. He was traveling, and so next time I come over, we have to do a European tour.
And I told you, Dassey, when you come in Belgium, I have a guest room for you in my studio.
Yeah, we jam. Yeah.
And we will jam together.
Yeah. That'd be fun. When all this stuff is over. So Jerome, you actually had COVID, didn't you?
Yeah.
You came down. And how is that now for you?
Bali, really, really, really good. Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's over, and I think everything is over, and I'm really happy.
Let's not get it again.
And no, I hope, because it was a real nightmare, and sometimes people joke about that all around the world, thinking that it's maybe a hoax or a joke, or it's not dangerous. But I testify, and I've said that before. I've testified before on Sharon Sunshine channel. I have lived a real nightmare, because when you go to the hospital, you are a little afraid for your life. But when you see people just there dying in front of you, it's really hard to live, because but I told for me, but at this time, I was not really worried for me. I was most worried for the other people there, because I see people dying in bad situation, and it's really horrific. And when I see Mr. Trump tell stuff like he say, I don't do politics. I'm a musician like you. I don't do politics, but I want to advise people: don't hear this guy. Please don't hear him, because I don't believe him, and please don't believe him. Please stay safe. Stay home for now, because we don't know what COVID really is. We don't know yet. Maybe somebody know, but I think
but not. It's too soon.
It's too. I'm completely agree with you, Dassey.
Where I live is the west coast of. I live on the west coast of Canada.
Yeah.
And Canada is divided into provinces, and this particular province I live in is. We've done really well, everyone just really adhered to the stay home and distancing, and man, that curve just flattened. We're actually one of the best sort of places in the world for. It's actually just creeping up now as people are starting to loosen. So they've given us another sort of indication, like, keep going. Let's not loosened the reins yet. So, but we've had a really great. I mean, there's only a handful of deaths, you know, couple of hundred or something in the province, which is it's pretty good. So,
Yeah.
but I'm glad you've healed.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. And I would like to ask you, did you see a difference with your neighbor, if you have neighbor? Me, I have neighbor where I live. I live on campaign. I see a difference because now, every day, all the neighbors go to ask people if they need something, need help, and because they try to help each other, and that's the way we act in Belgium now. And I would like to ask you the same question for where you live.
Well, I live in such a beautiful little community. I mean, we're a big fishbowl here, so, and I've been here about 25 years. So, but I definitely noticed more. Well, actually, there's two things. I at the beginning I noticed people caring more. Now it's sort of relaxed and we've been isolated. I noticed people appreciating human-to-human contact, even if it's 6 or 7 feet apart.
Yeah,
I noticed people really enjoying conversations with humans again.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
sick of the screen, you know, and
Yeah.
and so and I look forward to that day where we can congregate again. I think it's going to be so beautiful, you know.
Yeah,
and we can
yeah,
actually
yeah, yeah.
freely hug
Yeah.
and gather. So I think it's all, you know, you can find a positive out of this. And man, the deaths and the pain is awful, but we just keep going on, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Never give up.
No, that's right.
Never give up. So we will continue. Stacy, do you want to talk more about your music, or do you want to play
I'll
another
keep
song?
rambling if you want.
You choose.
One of the things I was going to mention, because to get back onto the Making a Murderer and Stephen
Yeah.
Avery, Brendan
Yeah.
Dassey.
Okay.
I was going to, you know, one of the next probably behind the songs video I'm going to do is that last song I did, which is called Dear Andy. And it's all about Andy Colburn. And, you know, it's just one piece. It's one of those quote unquote 80 more things that just makes your head scratch with this case. But it's a real interesting I chose that for a particular reason as a song, because there is so much in that moment of Andy Colburn's story on the stand.
Oh, yeah.
And because to me, that thing about him pulling and shaking the cabinet, and we have photos that of before and after, and we have so much sort of evidence to really obviously say that was a lie on stand. And so you can just take that as, oh yeah, the guy was trying to secure a conviction, but you wouldn't put a conviction at risk by doing that unless you had to. And then it opens up this beautiful can of worms. Like, okay, why did he do it? Who told him to do it? He would have talked to people before. He wouldn't have done it on his own. So he had to run it by people. And
right.
That bedroom is so small. You cannot fathom how small it is with a bed and the case. I mean, he literally would not have had really too much room to move it, you know, like he said he did. But if you go into the trial transcripts, I don't have them verbatim in my head, but the key pops out when he's supposedly pushing things back into it is what, but I think everyone, and unless you have vested interest in the case, I would say 99% of people would think that story is false. And so it's just an interesting focal point, because if they do that, what else have they done? You know, I know what they've done. Like, I feel like I know what they've done.
It's the same for me.
So, but that one in particular, because he's on the stand, and it is, I was in Wisconsin at the rally, and there was this film crew there, and they were for convicting a murderer, apparently. I don't know exactly if they were, but they interviewed me for maybe 20 minutes, and one of these questions they asked was on Andy Colburn, and I just said, the whole story is ludicrous. No one would do that. No one would take a piece of furniture because you're exact.
Exactly.
It's so brutal. And one of these things that gets me and motivates me is when people ask me to believe an unreal story. And so that's one. But
Yeah.
maybe I'd like to sing that one. Do you mind if I do that? Right on.
Yeah.
I'll do that
Okay.
right now. How about that? That's not it. 1 second. You can avoid, you can delay, you can never escape your judgment day, dear Andy. Time running out on you. I want to know who convinced you to say that ridiculous story on the stand that day, dear Andy. Time's running out on you. I said, dear Andy, who was telling you what to do? Was it ball Jimmy, or sabbatical time, or sweaty Kenny, or Norm, them bones be gone, dear Andy? Time's running out on you. I said, dear Andy, can't you see they were using you? Oh, dear Andy, there's still time to do the right thing to do. Oh, but dear Andy, oh, well, time's running out on you. Something like that. So
Whoa! Amazing! Oh,
thanks, yeah. I see. I forget the lyrics. I forgot one person.
bravo
so many.
again! Bravo! You know what, Stacy?
What? What's that? Belgium.
I want you for Belgium
Thank you.
because you rock. Oh my God, you are awesome! And
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. It's sure nice to be, I'll tell you one story is very surreal. There's been so many, but I was in MaM-A-Thon for the rally, and I got there a couple of days early, and I was hanging out with Mark Hodnott.
yeah,
And I went for dinner one night by myself, and I was walking back to the hotel room, and it was, I think, might have been the Thursday. 1 second, sure. It was one of the people had started showing up. It must have been a Thursday, probably, or Friday night. And I was walking back, and it was Mystical Jinx there, actually, leaning on the outside of the hotel. She was having a cigarette, and I walked up, and she said, "You're Stacy Seabrook." And it was this sort of really, really weird feeling, and so nice too, and I'm not too, it's nice to be able to say that it felt good. And so as you get around these people, it's such a nice, such a warm feeling from people, and they really appreciate the music, for those of us that I know the exact date I got bit it was December 26th, 2015, because I'd finished the documentary, me and my partner at the time, and she was going to bed, and I said, I just want to I just want to see if these guys are still in prison. And I opened the laptop and I went on. And sure enough, it was, I don't know, I think maybe 45 minutes later, I finally made it up to go to sleep. And that's when I got bit. So for those of us that have been around since that time, and I really went hard into the research the first year, I was like, just processing stuff. But as the years gone by, and it's been now 4 years, I realized that these songs have carried some of the low point, or they carry people in a way that keeps them interested, or reaffirms that what they're doing is worthwhile. And so I'm super grateful to be part of this whole process. And I hope there's a day here soon. It probably won't be that soon now with all this stuff, but where we get to see Stephen and Brendan walk free with Kathleen Zellner, and that'd be so awesome, And,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And find the real killer of Teresa. It's also the goal, and
yeah,
in the other case too, and the other case too, and that's why I think you made not a job, because it's not a job to play music for us. For us, it's a passion. It's a pleasure. But you made an amazing job, okay?
Right.
When you sing and when you play and when you create, because like I said before, you do on your own style, with your soul, and people feel that, and it's amazing. And that's why you are amazing, Stacy. That's why.
Yeah, it's thank you so much. It's nice to hear.
Yeah, but it's come from my heart. It's come from my heart.
Yeah. There's so many. It's just so amazing when you open up and you allow yourself to do that. How many things come back to you, and just the oddest roots. Like I remember, I think it was just a email, or Mark Hodnott had he'd phoned me and messaged me about it, but it was just one day where I looked at my phone and there was this video that says Stephen Avery hears Stacy Seabrook's songs. I don't know, and so Mark, and is such a beautiful person, he
oh yeah.
And so he, on the phone, he played these things to Stephen Avery. And to me, that is so bizarre to have. I'm just a guy on an island in the west coast of Canada. And that song made it all the way into the prisons, even if it's just on the phone. But
Yeah.
there's been so many weird and beautiful experiences. And that day that Kathleen Zellner started tweeting my songs, I mean, that was another just like,
yeah, it was amazing.
Shit.
yeah, it was amazing, because you are. So
I tell people, I say, because I tell them the story a bit, and it just goes to show you, we all make a difference, eh? So many of us in life, we just get, like, especially in our younger life, we think, I'm just this, I'm just that, I don't matter. But it's not true. Everything you do, especially if you come at it with your whole being, your whole honesty, and but it takes a long time to learn, a lot of mistakes.
Yeah. But I think we need made mistakes to go ahead. So
that's why
it's not a big deal.
I messaged you before about today is 69 months sober for me. So it's
I know
2 months or 3 months shy of 6 years. And so, those were before those younger years, they were super fun, but
I'm
full of mistakes as well too. So
my
it's good.
My congrats.
It's a better life for me now.
I know, because I have some people with problem with alcohol and other stuff.
Yeah.
And I know it's really hard, and I know it's not easy all the time. And
Yeah.
my congrats,
Yeah.
Stacy, because I know
Yeah.
it's not easy. And you are you are a musician, so it's not easy
Yeah, that's right.
to stay sober. And oh, you have
It's actually the beginning was hard, or not really hard. I used some nice tools that I learned, but nowadays it's just it's a totally different life. It's almost like that other life didn't exist, you know. But I have this song I wrote when I was in the heart of recovery, and it was So Happy We Said Goodbye is the title. And there's a line in it said, "How can I be true if I lie?" That's kind of like what I was doing all my life in those younger years. It was like I was lying to myself, you know, and self-medicating and with drugs and alcohol. And I'm so happy to be free of that now. So
yeah, you know, I do the same mistake. And no,
oh, it's totally normal. Everyone
yeah. So please, for all the audience, could you please sing another?
Sure.
Oh, thank you very much.
Let me think. I gotta remember them though. I'll do Illusion of Justice, I think.
Yeah.
Just let me, I'll try and figure it here. Okay, there it is, yeah. They say... Woo. How was that? It's so interesting. Hello?
Sorry.
Oh,
My mic was mute.
Oh, yeah, okay, great.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was Mr. Stacy Seabrook. Amazing. Don't you think? So there is you don't see the chat, Stacy? No?
I don't, yeah. So
no. So
put this down.
I would like to say everybody in the chat say very kind thing, and they all say they love you, and how they want more. They want more music. They want more music. They want they love you. Sunstreet, Stacy, you rock. Super.
Oh, that's so nice.
This was my favorite one. I love this song.
You know, that particular song is really interesting. I can't wait to do the behind the song one for that, because that came out so quickly. That was just an out of world sort of experience, that one. Everything just sort of pumped in, and then Wiegert was getting to be the new sheriff at the time. It's just like this weird synchronicity of everything. And I was talking to Ali Apperson that night, and I just said, I'm writing a new song, and then 20 minutes later, I'm like, it's done. And it was just, it was so beautiful, you know. And I was just actually going into the recording studio the next night by chance to do I was going to do another song, but that one came out so quick. I just decided to record Illusion of Justice. And that's what I mean, to be like, I could do a full-on 2-hour sort of movie on the stuff that I've gone through in this process of writing these things, or being the one that's written them, or however you want to put it.
Ali is in the chat, and
hey, Ali.
Said, "Hi guy, love you. Been watching on the TV."
Oh, the big screen.
We love you. We love you, Ali.
Yes, we love Ali. It's so nice to see her on the screen of the whatever, the chat, you know. She's been gone too long. And Linda's here too. Oh, thanks. I can see some of them when you put them up.
Yeah, Linda. There is so much people. Uh, Linda, Rachel, Chaz, Andrew, uh, Jane, uh,
Jane.
Jane Sharp.
Yeah,
Uh,
I know. That's so fun. I mean,
Ra-
back in when we went to London, when I went to London and met them, that was such a. I wish I could have been there a week. You know, like it was just so beautiful. Same with Raleigh, and when you meet people that it just. I don't know. It's like it's like you're being reunited with family that you haven't seen, and you've never met these people just online.
no,
It's,
no, no,
it's so
no.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. But I'm sad for this year for the rally
Mm.
because I was expect to going to the
Oh
rally
yeah,
for meet you and meet you all of you
yeah.
for real. And but I believe for this year the rally will be cancelled and report and but that's
Hey,
not the,
it'll work out. It'll make sense in the future, probably.
yeah
It'll happen.
yeah
It'll happen.
but
Yeah.
we will do something
Yeah. You know, before
Yeah.
I forget, I wanted to Eric Jose put a bunch of people, and a bunch of people wrote in or sang in, and they did Truth Train, and
Yeah.
I was super touched by that. And Eric Jose and would now and again, as people sent them in, they would he would send them to me, these little clips, and it was so touching. And I really love that part of our community, that they do that and they feel that, and it's really humbling to be sort of the songs that they resonate with people. It's you know, I'm a super emotional guy. I'm way too open for this world.
Yeah, me
to be
too. Me
honest.
too.
And so this stuff really touches me when I see it, and so I wanted to say thank you to Eric Jose and Paul Capaldi and Jane and all those people that did that video. It's so nice, you know. And with regards to that song, you know, one of the, as a musician, you might have these things too. It's like when we're in the recording studio, you'll be playing, and in your mind, you hear something else, like a violin. And it's like, me and Mark called them ghost sounds. They're not there, but you hear them. And so it gives you a little, oh, let's try that, you know, or, oh, I hear a piano there, but
Yeah.
the piano is not playing. And so with Truth Train, I've always heard a choir doing it. You know, I've always heard this huge, big gospel sort of, get on the train. Yeah, and so I was working on that. I got a choral arranger to do it, and so that's something to look forward to in the future. You know, I've she put together a small little package for me of what it might sound like, but then this all hit. You know, and so something I look forward to doing is, I would love, if the rally comes about again next year, I would love for everyone to break into that song on the courthouse stairs, you know, in a choral. Yeah, that would be so cool, man.
Oh yeah, and if you come in Europe, like I play music and I know a lot of musicians.
Oh, that'd be so.
I will fix a date for you.
Yeah, that'd
because
be awesome, man.
I want people here in Belgium or in France know you better because you're awesome.
Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, especially, and it raises awareness too. You know, one of the things with my music, I do have songs that are like, you know, about love and stuff like that. But most of my stuff, I find that I really get going on is, it's got a reason, a purpose. And that's one of the things I love about these songs, is that they're not super great. They're wonderful in our community because people know them, but they can hold their own if you don't know the case. But it also educates, or it might plant a seed for someone to start looking at it. You know, I've had a lot of people on this island come up to me and say, hey, actually, I watched that documentary, you know, and they're not all sympathetic, but a lot of them are by the time they watch it, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's one of the things I was hoping, maybe it's something now that we have all this time at home, is we should start a campaign to get people that haven't watched it to watch it. Because that's one thing we should do. Is it's great to love each other and be in this great community, but we're preaching to the converted all the time, and we need to try and get that awareness back up with other people, you know, but it's tough. It's just time and people's interest way. And even, you know, I was saying, I had a live about a month ago or something. And I was saying when Tiger King came out, I was getting a little bit like resentful for it because I didn't want it to take over, you know, Making a Murder, because I still want people's attention to be on these two guys that are in prison for something that they did nothing. They did zero, nothing, you know, and so, but it'll just, you know, we're not in control. We can just do our little piece, and that's what I try to do.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Am I talking too much? Because I've been alone for about 6 weeks.
No. You don't talk too much.
No.
You do what you want.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, let's do Truth Train. You want to do Truth Train?
Yeah, Truth Train. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay. I got to figure it. It'll always take me a couple of minutes or a couple of bars to.
Yeah, no problem.
I think it's in a capo, actually, is it? There it is. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Get on the train before it leaves the station. Wisconsin versus Avery, a complete fabrication. Get on the train before it leaves town. The truth train coming, gonna run them down, run them down. And we all know Stephen and Brendan were blamed, but it does not take a brain surgeon to see that they were framed. Yes, we know what this was about. The civil suit settlement, they did not want to pay out, want to pay out. And you may hear this song, or maybe you don't get it. I suggest you look up TikTok and into walk on Reddit. There you will find trial transcripts, evidence files, and reports. You'll start to fathom the corruption within the courts now as you shake your head, because everything seems demented. You will find yourself in company, free on bank judges that dissented. But don't you worry, you're not going insane. You just happen to sit down on Selner's Truth Train. Get on the train. I said before it leaves the station, final destination, inevitable exoneration. Get on the train. Or before it leaves town, the truth train coming, gonna run them down, run them down. Get on the train. I've said before it leaves the station, final destination, inevitable exoneration. Get on the train. Oh, well, before it leaves town, the truth train coming, gonna run them down, run them down. Get on the train. I love that song.
Sorry, my micro was again mute.
Yeah, no problem. I love it.
I always mute my micro when you sing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, good plan.
It was really amazing.
Oh,
good. My gosh. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Stacy. Oh. And people love you in the chat. I see all the comments in the chat, and people really like. Oh,
I'm a likable guy most of the time, you know. It's like there's some people that have issues with me, but most of the time I'm super likable, I think. That's why it's so cool. So is everyone in this group almost. I mean, the ones I've met at the rally. Nice bunch of people,
Yeah.
I mean, at the beginning
And
there was that infighting with the Discord, and there was two groups, but I think it's all mellowed out, and I think we all realized everyone found their own little niches, and at the beginning there might have been some struggle, but it feels like the whole group, like even those who were warring factions at the beginning, everyone's mellowed out over time, and it's like one big group, that going towards the cause. So
right. And I would like to say something about I don't know, or I can tell him a guilter or an haters, I don't know. I have received a message from a guy or a woman from the United States asking me why a French communist like me was interested in this case. When you see that,
yeah
you understand that there is some people you can talk with them, but there is a lot of nice people, and I'm totally agree with you. This community and not this cult, because
I know I've had that too.
A cult. this crew, this community. We are all. We have all the same goal. So we are here to for justice. So and that's all. I have created this channel because I was here in I'm here in Belgium, and here where I am, everybody speak French. So after watching Making a Murderer, I was frustrating because I was looking on internet for more information about the case itself, but nobody was aware or interested to talk about that. And I have find Eric Cozy's channels, Dev Begokta's channels, at the time Mama Phoenix channels, Casey, Laura's channel, Purple Plex,
Perplex Cutie,
Perplex Cutie, at the time, and I have look, I think the first time 124 video of Avery Cozy.
Right.
I was astonished. I was really astonished because Eric Cozy was really involved in this case, and I was looking for a French channel like that, and I was thinking somebody more able than I can create a channel to do like Eric Cozy does, but nobody had created a channel. So I have contacted Eric Cozy, and Eric Cozy, and Eric Cozy told me, Jerome, go ahead, my friend. And he gave me this power, and you too, Stacy, you give me this power, and Mr. Capaldi too, and the night you say nay, and and Dave too, with his story, and Mama Phoenix, Cassie too, because with his own style, I love her, when she's like that, and oh Folks. She is amazing. I love her.
Yeah.
And I know nobody, everybody don't like her, but I don't care because she do a great job. And this is all this community of nice people we have today. I'm really proud, like you, to be part, because it's for a good cause. It's for justice and for seeking the truth. So
yeah, you know what? It's funny because I remember I can't remember the exact details, but I mean I remember it was Eric Jose that just was he, by being out there so much, he gave me the same thing you're talking about. He just, I thought, yeah, you know what? Because I was on Reddit a lot, and I wasn't really putting music out at that point. It's the first year or whatever, and maybe I'd put a couple of songs out, but I remember thinking, hey, that's a good thing to do. You know, it's easy to be in the side, and some people, I totally understand that some people are not just, that's just not the way they are, but I was able to come out and stand up, and to me it has been such a beautiful force, because not only I can see that when I stand up, other people stand up. You're a good example, but it's like I spark them, but they spark me, and I spark myself, and that's just a beautiful thing that's happened over the last 5 years for me.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly like that. We continue to talk about the guys and to talk about all these weird things happening all around the world, and we keep to to take care of each other, because no, I think no, we are family. We are a kind of family, because we really respect each other, and in a good way, in a really good way. And so
there's some like we don't all get along. There's always, when you have groups, there's ebbs and flows, and there's a few people that's in the groups that have YouTube channels, or that might be sort of provocateurs, or they might rub people wrong. I actually find value in almost everyone I've come across, even if I don't understand, or I don't appreciate everything. I don't agree with anyone on everything, but there's people like that might get a bad rap, and Chad is one that gets a bad rap, but I think he brings another aspect, another angle to the conversations. You don't have to believe everything he says, but there's, we all bring a bunch of threads to it, and
you're talking about Chad Keller. Oh yeah, this guy.
And so he sort of rubs people wrong. I get that too, and to me, I don't want to get into his total philosophies on the case, but there are some aspects like that that I tend to give credence to, because when I look at this case, I tend to lean towards a larger conspiracy than the smaller one, because I just thought the timing of it all, and the things that have had to be put in place for this, it's, and the real condemnation is not that this happened. We'll never know probably exactly what happened. But the fact that the mind can see a government agency doing that, that's the condemnation. You see, if you can imagine that would happen. Yeah,
exactly.
And so that's where it needs help, in the States and in Canada and everywhere. I mean, we can always improve, but back to the communities, there's sort of what do you call them? Sandpaper people that rub people the wrong way, maybe. But I like all the, I pay attention to quite a few of the channels over the years, and I can always find something good out of them, even the most cantankerous ones. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I know you. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I know what you mean.
How many people are out there, and Are there many watching right now? It must be late everywhere.
Yeah. For now, 35. 35. But it's late. So
Yeah,
for
that's
me,
okay. I don't. Yeah,
it's the morning. It's
we
okay,
call that
but
a nice. That's an intimate group.
yeah. Intimate. But people can rewatch after
Yeah.
the video. So
Yeah,
I
I don't
will.
mind at all.
I will. If you give me just 1 second, Stacy,
Sure. Yeah.
I will watch if my next guest is ready. No, not yet.
Yeah.
So,
Hey,
okay.
yeah. How long have we been going on? I don't have any means to. Oh, we've been doing about an hour. Right?
1 hour and a half.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah. I have the privilege to have Mr. Stacy Seabrook on my channel playing music live.
Yeah,
Thank you
I have the
very
privilege
much,
to
my
be in
bro.
here.
Thank you very much,
Yeah.
my bro. Thank you
Oh,
very
thank
much.
you. Yeah.
Thank you. So, go ahead, do what you want.
Sure, I'm gonna do it. So you just kick me off when your other guest. You just give me a signal. I'm gonna do this tune. It's called "Truth: The Absolute Defense." I mean, yeah, this one is so interesting because I think it's really the epitome of the case in a way. How would you feel if you were charged with a capital offense? The state's case against you, it lacked all common sense. How would you feel in a court of law full of arrogant pretense? How would you feel when you could not depend on truth, the absolute defense? All truth should be the absolute defense. How would you feel left all alone, no attorney or parents, left to the world to tear at your bone, although they lacked any evidence? It comes at a cost, at freedom and justice's expense, to lock up two men away for life, although they're innocent. How would you feel when you could not depend on truth, the absolute defense? All truth should be the absolute defense.
Whoa! Oh, big clap for Mr. Stacy Seabrook, please, because
Thank you.
we can hear you. But clap, please,
Yeah.
clap in your saloon, in your I don't know where you are
Yeah.
in your room, but clap for Mr. Seabrook, please, because
Yeah.
this guy is really amazing. I swear,
You know, Yeah.
if
Go ahead.
if you don't have done so already, please subscribe to this channel, because on this channel, can I just share your no I will not share your video, but please subscribe to the channel of Stacy, because you can find all the Stacy songs,
Yeah.
and you will see that all the songs come from his soul and from
Mm.
his art, and you will love that. You
Oh,
will
it's so nice.
love that.
Merci.
So, Stacy, it was. I know it's late for you. I know,
Yeah.
and I know you read tired. So, if you want close this segment, to tell us other things, or
Oh, it's up to you. I can continue. I can leave too. It's who's your next guest? I wasn't know who's coming on.
I was wondering.
Linda?
Yeah, Linda and a special guest will
nice.
arrive soon, but I
Okay.
was waiting for another guest, but I've no another surprise guest,
Oh,
but
sweet.
I've no her answer yet, so I will.
How about I do? I'll do as Justice slowly disappears.
Excuse me, sorry. I was
Yeah.
checking the chat. Can you repeat, please?
Oh, I was gonna say I can do another tune here.
Yeah, for
Justice slowly
sure.
disappears.
Yeah.
I don't have the
For sure.
harmonica. I don't have the harmonica, but
For
it'll
sure.
fill some time.
You have all the time you want, because my next guest is not here, so you have all the time you
Okay.
want, my brother.
Oh, Stephen Avery, Brendan Dassey, the case will bring you to tears. Once you dive in, you can go deep, it becomes painfully clear how the state pled their case on the press conference day for all to hear. Convicting two innocent men on evidence that now disappears. We got lawyers talking, we got lawyers touring, they're traveling miles and miles. We got viewers viewing, we got people scouring, poring over case files. We got a lawyer tweeting, we got judges cheating, playing smoke and mirrors. All the while, two innocent men's lives, they slowly disappear. Do a favor for me, forget everything now that the state has told. You've got to understand, this case goes well beyond Avery Road. Oh, if you ever see the signs of tyranny, either far or near, if you turn away, it's your own freedom, your own justice that will disappear.
really amazing. Really
Yeah.
amazing. Again. That touched me a lot.
Yeah.
And yeah, and all the time I'm in trouble after you sing because
Ah,
you,
yeah.
you know that's a
Mhm.
human thing, and
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Super.
you
You know, it's super weird for me to like. It's just surreal to have written so many, and I get that. Like just like you were saying, how you feel. I feel it when I play it. There's not. I mean, it's just it's there, you know, and that's why I think it's just all. It's part me and part other, you know, like
yeah, but
where
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
that's why it's so great, because
yeah,
this music and everything everything you do, it's
yeah,
you, it's
yeah,
you,
man. I
and
love it too. Thank
and
you.
and you are true, you are yourself, and your
Mhm.
music is the reflection of a mirror of
Mm.
of you. You
Yeah,
know what
that's right. Yeah.
that's why I feeling. And I have a special guest.
Oh,
we
yay.
will we will
Let's
join
do it.
us. And please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Mrs. Jane Sharp.
Hi!
Pretty. Hey.
Thank you for that lovely
There you
intro,
are.
Jerome.
Oh, it's normal,
Thank
it's
you.
completely normal.
Hey.
So hello Jane, how are you?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Running on a few hours sleep, but good. Good.
Hey,
It's
like
good.
all of us.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I was sat for like 18 hours yesterday straight,
Mm.
modding, guesting, but it's been really fun. Really fun.
Yeah, thanks for doing all that work.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Yeah.
It's for the boys. It's for Brendan and Stephen, and it's for Teresa. So, you know, it's my pleasure.
Yeah, but
And
thank
it's
you very
great
much,
to see
Jane.
both.
You're amazing.
And
Yeah.
some of you, both of you. Both
Oh,
of you.
thank you. Uh, if wait, because I have a request for Stacy, because somebody asked me for 10 times the song, and I will see in the chat.
Okay, you find it.
Hi, everybody in
doesn't
chat
say-
that's saying hello.
I will try.
Doesn't it seem like it seems
Continue
like we,
to speak. Continue to speak.
yeah,
Yes.
we'll do that. Jane, it seems like I don't know, at least a year ago that we met, right? But it
Yeah.
was only it maybe even longer. It feels like that, but
Yeah.
it was only
It was
the
the
end of
October,
October.
November, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so cool. I'm so happy.
Oh, we
I
had a
got
great
to meet-
time.
Yeah, that was fun, man. I want to do it again.
And I'll never forget the first when we got out of our taxi to your hotel and we walked up to you, and me and Di were a bit like, because we were
Yeah,
like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And one of the first things you said to me, and I'll always remember it in my head. And you were like, "It's just like friends we've never met," and that is so true.
Yeah. No,
Because you build up such a bond with people, and it's great to meet people who are fighting for the same thing you are, and who are talking about the same thing you are.
I'll always remember that first meeting where we went to that weird cafeteria thing. Remember that?
Yeah.
And there was literally like we were there for like, I swear, 4 hours.
Yeah, just talking. Yeah, we were just
so
chatting
fun.
away, and it was just like we'd known each other for years and years.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But it was such a special. It was such a special couple of days. I mean, you know, and I know I can speak for Di as well, but it was amazing.
Yeah. I was meaning to come back, and I never did in November. I had a ticket back in November, and then I just delayed it. And now we'll have to wait for a while, probably.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
that's cool.
excuse me. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. You go for it, Jerome.
No, go ahead. Continue.
No, we're waiting.
Okay. Yeah, I find the request. This is from Rochelle, and Rochelle asks if
Oh, yeah.
Stacy can
Oh,
play It Really Matters.
It does really matter. And I can do that. Let's do it. Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Let's keep talking about Avery. Oh, let's keep talking till he's set free. You just listen, I think you'll see why it matters. It really matters. Put aside the documentary, the state's version of idiocracy. All their claims so blatantly get torn to tatters. It really matters. I bet you heard about Hood and Latch Sweat, but maybe you ain't heard this yet. 19 more times the DNA that was left anywhere else that day. I think that matters. Really matters. An ex-boyfriend with a day planner page, but yet they did not investigate. And who knows why, and who can say why he was signed into the crime scene that day. I think it matters. I really do, I think it matters. About that barrel that once was seized, but then returned to the Avery. The bones were found the next day, but not one photograph exists of where they lay. I think that matters. I really do, I think it matters. I could go on listing things off, 80 more things, but I just keep on singing these songs till Avery's freedom rings. I said it matters. It really does, I know it matters. Could be you, I said it matters. This could be me, I think it matters. Work with Casey, I know it matters. Really matters.
Whoa!
Yay!
Hey, thanks.
Amazing.
I want to show you something.
Oh.
One of the things that's going on with my playing a bit, I'm going to try and show you this. Let me see if we can. You see this fingernail I got?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And so the nail, that black part at the top, it's just hanging on by a thread. And so when I'm playing, like I could rip the top of it. You know, I hit it with a hammer, and so it's as I'm playing it, it's catching my strings, and I'm just so worried that it's going to get just ripped right off. But
Oh.
I
Excellent.
love those
Sorry,
songs.
Jerome, can you send Linda the link?
Yeah. And now we have another special guest with us,
Woohoo.
and
Hey, all
this
right.
this lady is really, really lovely. I would like to introduce Mrs. Linda.
Yay! Hi, Linda.
Hey guys, I just flew into. Look where I'm at.
Linda. Hey.
I'm in
Oh, you're in
Scotland. Yeah.
Wales. You're in Scotland.
Room pulls.
I'll be in California this afternoon. Boy, it's amazing how you can travel just like that.
Oh, that's so nice. This is
Love
so
the
funny,
green
hey?
screen.
They're fab, aren't
Hi,
they?
Stacy. Mwah.
Hi. So nice to see you again.
You too. You too.
Wisconsin seems like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Almost a year ago now.
Too long.
A year ago with those shell shots.
Huh? I'm sorry.
No,
Not
no,
awake.
Hey, so maybe I'll bow out now. And
No,
yeah.
no, not yet. No. Stay.
Don't leave me alone.
It's hard with the
girls.
yeah. It's hard with the 4 people though, because it's their delay when we talk over. But at least it is for me. I don't have Wi-Fi, so this is all data. That's why I'm so amazed that it's actually coming across. But
it's fine.
But I am getting a little tired too. So
yeah. But Stacy, I would like to say thank you very, very, very much because you're amazing, and
thank you.
I encourage people to subscribe and listen the music of Stacy because this music touch my soul, and I'm sure this music will touch your soul.
I've been posting all the links.
Yeah. Hey, Jerome, thank you for having me on. Thank you for being a host.
Bye,
Stacey. Just before you go, Stacey, can I just ask? Can I just ask Stacey before you go? There is a song, and forgive me because I've forgotten the name, but it's a non-making a murderer song, and I can't find it on your other channel anymore. Do you remember when I told you it's my favourite song, and it makes my hair stand on end? What's it called?
Which one is it?
I can't remember. I can't remember what it's called. Forgive me. It's gone off the channel. It's a non-making a murderer song.
Is it You're Strong? That one?
Yes, You're Strong. That's the one.
It's still on there a little bit. On my other channel.
Yes, I was
I'll send you
looking
a
at the channel. Thank you.
Yeah. I'll play it. You want to hear it?
Please. Oh, thank you.
Okay, and then I'll go after that. And I love you all.
Oh, Stacy, wait a minute. Got to tell you, Henberry is waiting for his Erdl son. Erdl son. Okay? Just letting you know.
I'll try and work it. I'm going to work that.
No, Henberry. Oh,
we
yes.
could do Turtle and Erdl. And no,
you can do it. There you go, Henberry.
Yeah, okay. And this is actually not a bad tune for everyone right now in the world.
Yeah.
This is a good one. So
it's a great song.
Okay, so this is called You're Strong, I Like It. Here we go. You're strong, oh, I like it. You can handle me. Your beauty, oh, I like it. Wide open. All come to me. Together, we all give and receive. We are taught and we teach. Waves roll out, waves roll in. Leave the past behind to let the new begin. You're strong, oh, I like it. You stand on your own 2 feet. Your beauty, oh, I like it. Wide open, all come to me. You're strong, oh, I like it. Wide
Wow. Oh,
Thank you.
Hey, thank
I
you
love
very
that
much,
song.
everybody.
thank you, Stacy. Thank you. Thank you a
Okay,
lot.
and have a good rest of the session. And
Yeah.
Thank you
okay,
very
we'll
much.
talk again. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye.
Love you, Stacey. Bye-bye. Take care.
Love you guys too. Yeah.
Stay
Okay.
safe.
Bye-bye.
Take care of you, bro. And I see you.
Oh.
I try to do the same thing of the dude, but so Linda, your microphone is mute.
There we go.
Okay.
I
So
was just doing it for Stacey.
Oh, you're in the control station now.
Yeah, look where I'm at. I made the big time.
You are big time, Linda. What you
Oh
talking
yeah.
about?
Okay. What makes me big time is every one of you. That's what it is about for me. It is all about supporters and researchers and what they do. It ain't about me at all. It's what you do for them.
Yeah, correct.
That's what I feel.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I feel.
Mhm.
It's the same, and
I'm honored to be a part of this. I mean, I've never met such wonderful people in my whole entire life from everywhere.
No,
I mean, me and Janie are. I mean, she's my heart. If I go to England, I know where I'm going. You know,
definitely.
If I go to Scotland, I know where I'm going. Yeah. You know, if I go to France, I know where I'm going, or Belgium.
In Belgium,
You know?
in Belgium.
Yeah. I mean,
France is
all around the world.
beautiful country. I love France, and French people are really nice people, and I really love French. I live on the border of French, of the border of the France, but I live in Belgium, so I see all the time French people, and they are really nice. But I live in Belgium, and I'm a Belgian.
Yeah.
And like I said before, I've created this French wrecking crew.
Right.
And someone
and Josette did a wonderful job.
Oh, thank you.
She did. Very touching.
Thank you for and she had made a really amazing job, because all the hosts are
I know.
On the back.
That's a keeper.
Yeah. And there's a MaM-A-Thon.
I like this part. And the ribbons, and then Jerome.
I like what it's
like hell.
That's what Joel. That was Joel told me, and she told me, Jerome. She done call me like that, but she told me, for MaM-A-Thon, you are hot like hell. And it's true. It was true, because I have slept just 4 hours from the beginning of the MaM-A-Thon, and I will try to continue to stay wake up for the MaM-A-Thon, and even after Eric Cozy closed the MaM-A-Thon, I will try to continue on my channel if I can to do the best I can, if I can, because at one moment I need rest. but go ahead, Linda or Jane, if you want to talk about something. The line of this year on my channel is I see. Yeah, that's true.
Thank you.
That's true.
Yeah, you have to excuse me. I don't know my geography always so well. All I know is that all around the world, that Stephen and Brendan got a lot of support.
Yeah,
and that it amazes me when I think of Rally last year, and I think of how that banner went completely across the whole court, stairs, and all them people there. And I mean, I could cry again. That's all I did was cry like a baby. I tell you what, I couldn't even stand in front of Stacy. Listen, I was standing in front of Stacy, trying to talk to him. I was like, I couldn't even talk. I mean, it was ridiculous. I never had so much emotion come out, you know, and it was all really happy, but I looked like I was sad because I was crying. But it was just so much emotion because I had been into this for so long that to see everybody, you know, and all the supporters for real, you know, from everywhere. It is something I will never, ever forget as long as I live.
And it's because it's such a big thing to all of us and it's so close to our heart. And that's where the emotion side comes from, because it was the same when we met Stacey. As much as we were, you know, so excited to meet him, it was just like, you know, it just makes
so
you that
overwhelming.
It's very overwhelming.
Because you know, you talk to your family about it and they're just like, get away from me with this. You know, I mean, seriously, they think I was, but now I'm a MaM-A-holic, you know, so they need treatment for this kind of thing. I think the only treatment there is to meet the other supporters. So I constantly have a weekly meeting. I'm sticking to my program, you know what I mean? So it's just, it is marvelous to see so many people that there's nothing in it for them. They're not a damn thing, but they want something so bad for somebody else. That is the most selfless thing. And that's why I am so for all the supporters. I don't care if you just wrote one time. I stand for you. I believe you need, you know what I mean? Like there's people out there like Tracy and like Michelle and Becca, you know, all them people that constantly every day or every week do something so selfless and invite everybody else to do it too. To me, that's so amazing. It is so caring. And in this world nowadays, we need to be more I always say now my big thing now since this pandemic is be safe, be kind, keep others in mind. I say that every time I leave. I mean, you got to start thinking about other people. I mean, this is a good wake-up call for all of us. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not worried about having it myself. I don't want to pass it to nobody. You know what I mean? I know nobody's into the C-19 thing, but just be smart about it. There's a lot of stuff out there that's not good advice. I mean, you're smart people. Use your brain. Use your own common sense. Know when you're being lied to and when you're not. You know, I mean, do what's good for you. But while you're doing what's good for you, write a letter to somebody who doesn't have anybody, who's locked up all the time, because you know how you feel when you can't go out in public. Imagine having that every day of your life and being in a box smaller than your closet. Be thankful for what you have. You know, I mean, we have a lot. Even if you don't have a lot and you struggle every day, you know what I mean? You still got it better than somebody that's sitting in a box that has no right being there. It is so wrong to have your civil rights taken from you and have nothing and have everybody make a decision for you. And especially people, I'm going to start to cry, like Brendan, who he has my heart, that poor kid. You know, I mean, I can't even watch anything when it comes to him anymore. I just can't, you know, and that was like one of the best things in my life was meeting Barb. You know, I mean, I really feel for that woman. And I won't, and I don't care what people think. I will not let anybody trash her or talk shit about her, because she, as a mother, I'm sure lives with way more than what we ever could think of. You know, absolutely. And she's lost not only her son, not only her brother, but look what they've done to her whole damn family. It's enough to break your heart. I mean, when I thought about it, and I thought if Brendan has to sit in there his whole time, I'll be dead when he gets out. But I will fight my last breath for him and his family. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I can't help it. I just really,
it's okay. It's okay, but it's like I said before, this MaM-A-Thon is really emotional.
I'm just this
And-
way. I mean, I
and-
wear my heart on my sleeve, I guess.
No,
Maybe
but-
it's old age. My kids tell me it's old age, you know, so
no.
if people think I'll put myself out there, you know what I mean? If I
Yeah.
look like a clown in the middle of suit and tie, that's okay.
No, you don't.
I just want somebody to hear what I'm saying, somebody
Yeah.
to pay attention and look at what can be done,
Yeah.
what is done, and Brendan and Steve are just two people. Imagine everybody. I mean, I heard some statistics yesterday on Tracy's live that just made me sick to my stomach. Yeah, that these people go through this, and that cops are. Nobody wants to believe the people that are supposed to protect you are
No.
doing things like that, but they're not people that are doing it for the right reason. They're doing it to climb on the prisoner bodies ladders up to the top, you know, and we allow it to happen. We need to really stop this. And there's right to your congressman, right to your governor, right to the Senate, right to whatever you got to do. Right. And if enough of us write and do this, they'll start listening, maybe, you know.
Well said. Really well said.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jerome, I just take over your life.
No. You have all the time you want. Jane is the same for you. You know, you have made me cry, but because I'm too emotional, and like you, like Stacy, like Mr. Capaldi too.
I can't see what chat's saying, so I don't know, but they're all laughing at me. Well, then have a good one. I hope you listen.
And everyone is agreeing.
Yeah.
I know these people out here, they might have, you know, we all have our own way of doing something for them, you know. I mean, the things that Becca does for Brendan is just so, it makes my heart just grow. You know, I feel like the Grinch, and every time I see something, it makes my heart grow, you know. And then there's researchers, you know, Henberry, J-Jax, you know, they're my idols. I don't care. I'm a fangirl. Yes, I am. I bow.
Yeah,
because
me too.
what they do beyond their
Amazing
real
job.
everyday life, which is at this time of, it's got to be hell, you know. And what they do, I can't do. And I am so appreciative for them bringing this stuff forward for me to read and see and look at, and their opinions are logical. They're not like, you know, I mean, I don't know, some, you know, I'm not trying to put anybody down, but there's things out there that aren't so healthy for people to belong to, you know. So everybody who does something for wrongful convictions has got a heart like nobody else. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And I'm totally agree with you, Linda, that they made an amazing job, and it's.
I have so much respect for everybody.
Me too. I have so much respect.
And look at Jane. She's going to start her own channel. I mean, and this is somebody who was on my show first, you know, just like Diana, just like Michelle, just like Becca. I am so happy to bring these guys forward and give them, I don't know if they got it from me, but I was talking to them, you know, and look at sharper than a pencil.
Well, I'm going to put it out there now. It was Linda that came up with my new name. I was like, Linda, I think because me and Diane spoke about it for quite a few
Another
months
wonderful person.
Yeah, and we wanted to do a joint one really because we're not really that confident to do it on our own. So we wanted to kind of do a joint one. But I don't think we want to literally have a joint YouTube channel. So what we'll do is we'll alternate between the two. So my channel and Di's, which will be called Speaking with Conviction. And but it was Linda that actually came up with my name. And I said to Linda, because I know she's great at things like this, I said, Linda, I need a name for my channel. And boom, straight away, she was like, sharper than a pencil. I was like, damn, that was quick. And I was like, double meaning.
Yep, your last name and Mr. Pencil, who's really told a lot. That guy told us a lot.
Because I've just been reading the depositions from that were FOIA'd, and I was just from Julie Whistle and Eric Banana Man. And I'd just been reading, it was very coincidental because I'd just been reading all of Couché's deposition. And then that's another story. But we'll go on. But yeah.
But go ahead. If you want to talk about, go ahead.
We were just talking about Brendan. And I've got a few things that I wanted to bring up about that, because speaking of, Linda mentioned a few names. She mentioned Becca. Becca Nash is a fabulous
I love what she does.
She is great, friends. She emails him. She is a beautiful person. And I just want to get everybody on board with Be Brendan Brave.
Yes.
Every week Becca does Be Brendan Brave, hashtag Be Brendan Brave. And what it is, it started off as sending pictures of something Brendan related. So if you've got a t-shirt, with Brendan, or a badge,
bracelet,
anything Brendan related, and we used to take a picture and tweet it to Becca with the hashtag Be Brendan Brave. Unfortunately, because lots of people were doing it and he was getting pages and pages of photographs, we've had to stop doing the photographs now. So Becca came up with, we'll just, do something else. So we've had mute songs, tweeting a song for Brendan, pick a song and tweet it for Brendan. We've had funny jokes, just thoughts in your head, or, just like a saying, just.
She thinks of all this on her own. It's just,
and then this week I said, so I'm going to, if it's okay with you, Becca, I'm going to plug Be Brendan Brave while I'm on live, because I think everybody should get involved, especially now. He needs.
That's what I've been saying.
All of us to make him smile. So last week it was songs. We all put like a song, and then this time, this week, Becca has, it's going to be films. So Brendan can, on his tablet, download movies. Not sure how decent. So this week, everybody. Oh, thanks, Beck. Well, Jane kind of helped this week. Well, I suggested films because I know he likes watching movies. But I'm not taking credit for any of it, Becca, because this is your thing.
Yep, so. I tell her that all the time. She goes, well, somebody else came up with it. Listen, girl, you do the work. And when I had Michelle on, she told me that she was doing it for her because Becca was off on a little vacay, which she deserved, She said it was hard work. I can't imagine doing it. I can't. That's so much work. I mean, I barely can take
care of this all off out of her own, and mails it to Brendan every week, and when she was doing the pages of photographs, can you imagine the ink from the, it must cost a lot of money, but Becca's so selfless. And again, she loves Brendan so much. It's just I just think it's a fabulous thing we can do for him. So on Monday, everybody, either tweet or Facebook at Becca Nash, and it's hashtag Be Brendan Brave, and come up with a film that you think that you like or you think Brendan would enjoy, and tweet it or Facebook it to Becca, and then she will send them with all, and make sure you put your name and where you're from, because he always likes to know where people are writing from. So if you put your name and where you're from and tweet it to Becca with the hashtag Be Brendan Brave, and this is Monday. So she does it on a Monday and she sends it all off on a Tuesday. So
I got chat now. I like that. Yeah. Let me tell you, Be Brendan Brave. I just can't say how much it means to me to see people doing this. And I'll tell you what, I am so thankful to Becca, and I don't want to start to cry again, but I wrote Brendan a poem a long time ago when I first started this, and she sent it to him for me because I don't have the courage to. I feel like I might make him feel down, and I don't want to do that. You're
one of the funniest people I know.
I can't write funny. I can only just be funny. So when he gets out and he sees what a cuckoo I am, maybe, you know what I mean? But, that meant the world to me, to know that he got that and I
Yeah.
made it for him. And I don't care if it sounded funny to some people. It was my feelings
Yeah.
and what I was thinking about him. And I think Brendan gets that, you know. I think he gets it. And just to let him know that another person cares.
Yeah.
I've been stressing on all my lives. Well, yesterday, I will again today. I keep repeating it. Right to the guys.
Yes,
We're
right.
in a pandemic, right? Just even, and you know what? I got to preach to the choir because I have never done it. I am so scared to write to them. You know, I don't know what to say because I really don't got a lot going on in my life, you know. I don't want to talk about the case because they live it. And I really don't got a lot going on. So I kind of depend on other people to do that for me, but I encourage it. And I've been saying, please write to them. I might get the courage someday.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
You know, Moonpig cards, they're a great source because you can just do it
Just
all.
sign it,
You can put pictures on, and we all know the things that Brendan likes. I mean, probably Michelle and Becca will probably be able to put more things in. But Brendan, he loves the wrestling. He loves animals.
Pokemon.
Lots of things that Brendan loves. And you can send him a Moonpig card. That's you know, a really,
that's a big thing. I sure would like to know what donations are. Do you know what they have been up to? Because I know last night we bet over 5,000. So
hang on 1 second. I
think that's another thing. They're so selfless. We weren't even promoting it this year. Just, you know, kind of if you wanted to thing, you know, it wasn't really a fundraiser. And we almost beat what we had completely last year.
In 24 hours.
In 24 hours. So I think, wow, you know, people are just amazing. I mean, I gotta say, I love every single one of you guys. Every one of you. I respect anybody who does this. Anybody.
Yeah. Same for me. You are really amazing.
So, you know, all my Twitter friends out there, Jane, you know, I only ask them to come on so they can shine, so they can show. Look at that. So they can talk.
Fantastic, everybody. And you know, people, this is just from the US.
Amazing.
Wait till the UK. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Internationally, UK and like UK, we can't donate directly to the Access Corrections like the people in the UK. We just can't do it. So there is a lot of people who probably from the UK who will be sending like a money order or a check, because that's the only way we can do it, through snail mail. So I'm sure he'll get a lot more.
Oh, I'm sure he will. Sure he will.
Get a lot
because the international supporters.
This is just the US.
Well, you international supporters are great. You are so wonderful. You are.
Today, imagine if this had included international as well. This would be doubled.
I believe probably more, way more, because you international people are so giving. I mean, us Americans are tight asses. I'm gonna say it. You know, we are. But you are so. No, I don't think the supporter people are that way. I'm not trying to say that. I believe supporters, if they give 50 cents and that's all they got to give, it come from the heart. You know, and that's one thing. There's no agenda there. You know what I mean? They just want to give something. So they can have a candy bar or ramen noodles or whatever little thing they get there, which is not much, but you know. And
there's other ways that you can donate as well, because another thing that I wanted to plug is the Brendan t-shirts.
I want one so bad, I don't know where to get them. Yeah.
So if you go onto the Justice Freedom for Brendan Dassey, the official page on Facebook, I'll put a link in. If you go on there and you go into the Facebook page, all the details are on there. And Tracy Miles is the person that started this, done a fantastic job of the t-shirts. I should have brought mine to show everyone.
I definitely want one.
The black one with the free Brendan Dassey. And then on the back, it's got brendanhome.org. And then there was two designs. There was that one. And then there was another one that with the quote on it that Brendan made his own quote and asked for that to be put on, which I've ordered that one.
I want one of them.
Yeah,
I want the other one too because I like it so bright and bold. You know, I really like the bright, bold. It stands out because when I wear my Avery shirt or sweatshirt, you know, people ask me about it. When I wear my wrecking crew and it says, you know, Avery Road on the back, I get asked about it. I mean, when I wear the one that says, just because you didn't commit a crime don't mean a cop can't shoot you, you know, for Eagle Nation. I mean, you know, let's be real about it, you know. People ask me, what's that for?
What's that about? Yes.
Or aren't they out yet? You know what I mean? Aren't them people out? And then that starts a conversation, you know, and I just tell them, look, I'm not going to tell you how to feel about it because a lot of people feel a certain way. All I can say is watch the documentary. And if it makes you dig more into it, then you get it. If it don't, then you don't. You know, but if it makes you want to know what happened and there's such a drive like all of us have had, they say, well, you just watched the documentary. No, the documentary just made my mind open up and say, what is going on? You know?
For sure.
And I live right next door to that state. And it kills me because I didn't know I was completely blindsided. I was completely lived under a rock, 3,000 feet in a cave and never heard of this in my life because, and I'm not saying we're perfect, but Minnesota doesn't put up with that stuff. You have to have a lawyer or whatever. And if they were tearing the family apart like they did with them, that just wouldn't go. You will go to jail if you're a cop that does that. You will go to jail if you're a DA that does that. You will go to jail if you're an investigator that does that kind of shit. Here in my state, you go to jail.
Yeah.
Simple. Absolutely, but on the flip side, we have pay prisons. Yeah. What the hell is that crap? That's corruption right from the get-go. I can't even stand the fact that we have that, you know. It makes me think our whole justice system is so screwed up when I think that they're doing good by making accountability, which you know they're lenient on that. You know they are. A guy killed an Australian woman last year in my state, and right through the cop car, through the window, right past his partner, you know, sitting in a car, and shot her, and she was called somebody because somebody was being raped. It was world. I mean, it broke my heart. Okay, the family got money for it. Big deal. They'll never bring their daughter or sister or girlfriend or friend home ever. Okay, she was shot for no reason. And that cop, although I'm happy he got something, he only got 9 years. But I'm sorry, but in the jails, you're a cop here. You're gonna have a rougher life than anybody else for sure. And there is prison justice. You know, what can I say? I'm not for it. I'm not for any kind of physical harm to anybody, but karma's something you carry in your own pocket. When she decides to pop out her head, then you're going to have to see what her face looks like. And I don't know that yet. And I hope I don't. You know what I mean? I really do.
I remember when I saw the first season of Making a Murderer. In the first episode, I was thinking it was a docufiction, you know?
Oh, I thought it was fake.
Not fake, but a docufiction, you know? Because for me, it was in Belgium, it was impossible a thing like that happen. And I was not aware at all before this case how the law works to the United States. So after that, I was really astonished. Yeah. So is this a good word? Astonished. That was not a fiction. That was real.
Yep.
That was real person. And what the F? What the F?
The biggest what the in the world.
Oh yeah.
Like, what is going on? How is this happening?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I was astonished. And after I have seen other documentaries about the same subject on Netflix, but Making a Murderer was really my I don't know how you say that in English. My my déclic start in my mind to
Yep. It's like a light bulb went off and boom, there it goes. You start to think.
a
Yeah.
boom, yeah,
Boom.
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Epiphany.
yeah,
Yeah.
epiphany, stuff like that, an epiphany.
Listen
Um,
listen to
I,
me. Ooh.
I was so pissed off against that because I remember just I I can talk about 200 things, but just one example. Uh, uh, the Brandon case, about Brandon. When you see the interrogation on March 1st in this integrity, you don't need to be a cop or
No.
a special person to understand behind you have a kid, and this kid have a low IQ at the moment,
Yeah.
and it doesn't understand anything what happened.
No.
He wanted
Anything.
to help.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
want he just
Yeah.
want to help. He just want to help. Okay. And there's two cop. I are con, con, sure that what Brandon said, and when I see that, I can believe my eyes. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
a cop don't do that. When you see Eric Ozzy segment with Steve Moore,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was really, really, really interesting because Steve Moore have found
Oh, integrity, like beyond.
integrity, and
The man, he is what every cop,
Should be like, yeah.
anybody in the law should have his moral compass and learn
oh,
from
And
him.
integrity,
Oh,
yeah.
it would
Yeah.
be such a better place, but well, you know, we got
for
people
sure.
with hidden agendas, you
And
know.
yeah, and Steve
Yeah.
Moore is a really good example how
Yeah.
the law must work.
Yeah.
And but in this case, it doesn't work like that. And the question, the big question is why. And
Right.
we are looking for that, and everybody, we are
Yeah.
looking for that. We have created this community and not this cult.
Right. Well,
Right.
them are people that don't think that that anything's wrong. They have blinders on, or they
Yeah.
don't give a crap.
Yeah.
And
And I would like to say something, and I don't know if you will be agree with me because this is just my point of view. But I don't want at all blame the Albach family because I have a huge
Right.
Yeah.
huge respect for them, and
Yep.
I'm really sorry for a loss. Really, really sorry.
Yeah.
But there is one thing I can understand. Even today, if we catch the real killer, we know Teresa is gone, and
Yeah.
I can understand it's not really important.
Tragic.
But it's not really important for the family to know
Yeah.
if it was Steven or another guy. Or I can understand that,
Me
but
neither.
mm, but there is one thing I can understand at all. This is the thing of if you know. Uh, I talk about the Albach family. If you know that Stephen and Brandon, and no, all the world know that are not guilty of this crime,
Mhm.
you know of the real killer still running.
Yeah,
And what a killers do, he kills.
cool. Yeah,
So if you agree with that, I don't uh, with this idea, I don't understand how it works in your mind, because somebody had killed your doctor, okay, and if he kill another people, that's not a problem, because Teresa is gone, and
Yeah.
it was the most sadly thing for the Albach family,
Mhm.
I suppose. But I'm I don't want blame them, but I'm curious. I'm really curious, because me, I I have never met in my life Teresa or the Albach family, but I really want justice for her,
Oh,
Yes.
Teresa.
because this she really deserve justice.
Yeah.
And it's the same for you, uh, and it's the same for all the crew. We all want justice for Teresa.
Yep.
We all
Yeah.
want justice. Everybody
Yeah.
in the crew, on the community, want justice for Teresa. Yes, we want justice for Brendan and Stephen, for sure. They are
Of
not
course. Yeah.
guilty. They are not guilty. So, but a big point of this community is Teresa. I have
Yep.
three blue
Yeah.
ribbons here. Yeah. Why? Because blue was the favorite color of Teresa, and I
Yep.
have
Yeah.
one for Teresa, one for
Yeah.
Stephen, and one
Yep.
for
Yeah.
Brendan,
Yep.
because
Perfect.
That is the yep.
this is
And
not just
there's not
about.
enough ribbons. There's
No,
Barb.
No.
no.
There's
Yeah, yeah,
there's
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mama
yeah, yeah,
Avery. There's
yeah,
the
yeah,
list goes on and
yeah,
on.
So
yeah, yeah.
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 I
Yeah.
agree. I
I
Good
agree.
agree.
point, Linda.
They
I
they
think
destroy all the family, all
I want
the
to
Avery
kick.
family, all the Dassey family, all the Avery family. They had destroyed.
Yeah.
Uh,
They're all victims.
Their whole
yeah,
life.
they are all victims.
They'll
Yeah.
never be the same ever in their whole life. Even if they're free, they'll never be the same ever. They have been stripped of every single thing, possibility that they could have ever been. You know, it's very sad Teresa lost her life. But wouldn't you as a family want the right killer to be? Because this person, I'm sure, has went out and did it again.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have. And if they haven't, then he's walking around thinking he got away with something. And
you
that's
know-
even worse. And
you
then
know
look
what?
at somebody, because I think it's you know who, and
Yeah.
and then look at that family in the eyeballs and act like you care. It's like those twackers in this world that get all twacked out and they go in your house and steal something, then help you look for it. I mean, I've seen that kind of stuff in my life. You know what I mean? So I'm just being honest about it. That's the kind of person. KK, you know, Ken Kratz, there's not a shoe big enough in this world to kick him where he needs to be kicked, okay?
No.
When he says there's only one victim. You know
Yeah.
what? That's your one victim, buddy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You know, I don't go for that. There's way more victims than that. And we're
And-
talking
yeah,
even
I
us and the community, because it costs
I
money
agree.
to do this.
Yeah.
I
But
agree.
you know what makes
You
me
were
so
worried
angry?
about 36 million. Look at how much money it's costing you for how many years to keep somebody innocently in prison. How do you sleep at night? Well, Ken Kratz, if you sleep in your bed very nicely with your little daughter next to you, good for you, okay? But karma is in your pocket. And when she peeks out, you're going to look at yourself. And it's going to be a hard look. I
Yeah.
just, you know.
Oh yeah,
makes
because
me
there
so
is no price for you for
Nope.
one human life.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, what makes me so angry is the fact that they didn't learn the first time in the 85 case. Because had they have done the investigation correctly
Mhm.
and done what they should have done,
Right.
Gregory Allen wouldn't have been able to go out and commit more offences.
Right.
And he did that, and they
Yeah.
knew. They knew they had the wrong guy. They knew it wasn't Stephen Avery.
He had 22 witnesses that seen him and a receipt. He just had a new family. He stripped his children, his twin sons, of ever having a relationship with their father. Nobody can blame Stephen for that. They have to blame the state that took him away from his children.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
I just the amount of that is so fucking wrong. Is everywhere here, every aspect of everything you think of. If you sit and think about it, you know, I mean, let me tell you something. I don't have hate in my heart, but I think I do, because O'Helly, if I ever seen him, I would beat the living. I would go so hood on him. Listen, for sure, Maha, I'm from the streets. I'll beat your ass. I would. I don't care. I can't stand that person. He is a waste of air and skin to me. Okay, him, meow meow, Fassbender, dirt digger, anybody who did anything to that kid, let alone Stephen, you should be far down somewhere in a cave, locked away forever, because you're a child abuser. And to me, you're just as bad as every child abuser or child killer ever in the world.
What they did was child abuse, and I don't care what anybody says.
That's right.
Especially that O'Kelly, when he sat there and he was making Brendan draw pictures.
Yeah.
I just think,
what's that paper? You're sorry, or you're not. You're sorry you did it. You're sorry, not sorry.
I mean, what kind of human? What? And poor Brendan was just like, he didn't know what to do for right or wrong. And it just breaks my heart.
I need to smoke a cigarette. My blood's
not at all. The segment with O'Kelly was really,
it was sickening,
painful. Yeah, really painful to see, because you see Brendan there, and Brendan tell the truth, and O'Kelly tell him, "No, Brendan, no,
that's not what happened.
No, it's not what happened.
No,
we will start again."
So condescending to him.
Yeah, and after he came with this paper, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm not sorry for what I did.
I'm guilty, but I'm not guilty.
Yeah,
I'm guilty, but I'm guilty.
That's what. This
talk about confusing. When I seen that, I was like, "What?"
And
then it's supposed to be his help. These people are supposed to be on his side. And then they lie to his lawyer and say he didn't pass that lie detector test. When I heard that, I'm gotta tell you, I remember this so well.
Yes, me too.
I was out of it for like a week. I was literally paralyzed with so much pain. I couldn't tell you how much pain I had for him. And then to know that he knew that they told him he didn't pass, and he did. I mean, come on. This is a kid who just wanted to help. He was raised to respect, and he had a child mind, and he was just being a kid. He was just a kid.
Yeah.
Just makes you think, what kind of sick individual, what goes through their head, what was going through that O'Kelly's head when he was.
Yeah.
It's just, and Uyghur and Fassbender there. No, I mean, there's not one of them who's not accountable.
Not one of them that was there for him. Who the hell's not going to let them see the end of a confession that was forced? When he says, "They got to my head." Oh my God, that broke my heart when I seen that in court. I was like, how could you do this? Why couldn't you show that? You want to show all the fucking evil, the evil, but yet you will not show when the kid is literally crying to his mother. They got to my head. I can't. It kills me, dude. It just kills me.
Sometimes it's too much. I understand.
I can't see my chat because I got tears in my eyes, but
bless you, Linda.
I know. I mean, I'm just being like every one of you guys feel the same way. I'm just somebody who lets it pour out their eyeballs. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I know you all feel the same way. We all share the same passion to, see the right thing done that was done so wrong.
Well, let's try not to get upset. And this is another way that we can help Brendan. And that is the brilliant Tracy Keogh as well. Another massive Brendan supporter. Tracy Keogh is,
Amazing.
fantastic. Yeah, she
She is
really is.
Brendan's
And-
#1 fan outside of his mom.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say that because everybody's that way, but
Well, yeah.
she has done so much.
And Tracy has set up an emails app. And what it is, you email Governor Evers. It's a collective emails app. So you all email at the same time. So if you contact Tracy Keogh, there is an email address to contact Tracy on, and that's also in the Just a Man Freedom Brendan Dassey page on Facebook. I'll put it in the anyway. I'll put it in, and you just contact Tracy. You can contact her on Twitter or Facebook through the Facebook group, and she will add you to the list. And it's just about all collectively emailing Governor Evers at the same time, so that he gets all the emails in one zap.
It's like standing on his door, knocking at it at the same time.
Exactly.
And I think we just did the 7th or 8th on Friday. So there's more to come. So more people. I want more people to get involved. Because it's just another way to help Brendan. And now more than ever with the COVID-19 in the jail, we need to get him out.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we need to be pounding on Governor Evers, letting him know that we're not going anywhere. We're here, and you can write your own email. Just keep it, don't be disrespectful in it. We just keep it classy.
No.
Stay classy.
They're not going to listen to somebody like that.
Write it from your heart, how you feel. It doesn't have to be very, professional or with lots of big words in it. Just write how you're feeling. Just write to Governor Evers how you feel. And
Well said.
something else
Well said.
and that's absolutely something else you can do. And again, it's Tracy Keogh. The details are on the Facebook page.
There you go.
And there we go. Thank you,
And
Ali.
Allie dropped it. The link. Thank you, Allie.
Oh, there we go. And Becca's put the email address as well.
Yep.
Brilliant. Thank you, girls. Yeah. So they're the ways there. If you just send your details to that email address that Becca just put up, this one. Yep. Justice of Freedom for Brendan Dassey at gmail.com. Send your details to Tracy. She'll add you to the list, and then you'll get updates of when the next zap is.
Yep. When she did that first thing, that first where you, if you want to be included on and what your profession was and all this, I was on that. I was I was on it right away, but I didn't know about this zap thing. So I'll get on it.
Well, what you're talking about is the bringbrendanhome.org.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
where she sent a collective thing to him with all of us who.
Yeah, it was like a petition.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
well,
and it had where all the other professionals as well that wrote things, that wrote for him. So yes. Yeah. So
everything you can do, anything.
Anything anything you can do to help. But I just think some of these are just, great ways, some great support. It's not me that thinks them up. I'm just putting them out there, for everybody
That's right,
else.
Jane. That's right.
Yeah, I'm included in all of these things, and try to do whatever I can. So,
and you do a lot, girl. You're
definitely be involved in the emails app though, because that is to Governor Evers. So, and that's what we're trying to get the message across to him.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I'm on your Twitter feed. I see what you guys do. Yeah. I see a lot of people aren't on Twitter. They don't see, but you guys are really faceless and voiceless, but you really get around the world, I mean, you get people's attention, and it's fantastic. And what Tracy does and what you do, Jerome, and what just everybody, it's, you guys are all wonderful. I love all the support. Just talk about it. Talk about it. If you don't find yourself going to and doing this to get on this zap thing, because you just don't, you don't want to put yourself out there. You know what I'm saying? Just talk to somebody about it. Give somebody a Netflix, you know, hey, you must see this, you know. A lot of people that were never going to watch it before, I can tell you from in my personal life, are starting to watch it. And I have a friend who was in prison with Stephen, and he was there for 14 years in Waupun, and he was there part of the time, and he knows of Stephen, but he don't really know of the case. You know, he said he's a very quiet person and he doesn't talk about it, which to me is very surprising because, you know, he sometimes talks when he's not supposed to, but you know, I would too. Anyway, you couldn't shut me up, I guess. But he's watching it, and he's I haven't heard from him yet, but I'm sure I will, you know, because he's somebody who's turned his life around and wants to write a book in for kids on how to not be a thief, or, you know, to work for things in your life, you know. And he's helped security places in the stores around here. You know, he's put himself out there and said, look, watch me. This is what I've done ever since I was 14 years old. And I want you to see what I do so you can stop it, because he didn't know the value of life because he stole all his life, you know? So if you can get somebody to do that, you know what I mean? Or just somebody to say, hey, I'll watch it, you know, you're doing something first, you know?
Cool.
For them.
Hi, Dark Side. Just saying hi.
Hi, Dark Side.
Hello. Hello,
Hi,
everybody.
I haven't even really said hi except for Michelle and Becky.
My dear lady, I have 20 minutes before jump on Mr. Capaldi channels to continue the MaM-A-Thon. And I would like to, if you agree, I would like to share with you one clip of a friend of mine, Scotty. Is a Belgian singer, and he sing also with his soul and with his heart. And this song called La Haine in French. This is the 8 in English. And the songs explain why the pain is the waste of time. Okay? So I would like to share with you this clip. And I would like to dedicate this clip to my friend Geoffrey, to my friend Catherine, to my dad, to my mother, to my wife. I do my stuff. So here we go, Mr. Scotty.
Tu traînes, tu cours ou tu crèves, tu tombes, tu te relèves, et dans la guerre, y a pas de trêve, dans ton équipe, y a que des traites, fais pas le fou, je te soulève, la violence ne résout rien, ouais, pour ceux qui n'ont pas de couilles, ne parle pas de flingue, mais que tu n'as pas de douille, et tu peux venir et me voir, ouais, si tu veux une enroule, par contre ferme ta gueule, faut que j'aise qui veut la fouille, et je fais un son à l'ancienne, n'oublie pas d'où tu viens, je suis agressif, c'est dans mes gènes, mais jamais contre les miens, j'ai fait confiance à tes potos, j'aurais pas dû, c'est des putas, me dis pas que t'es un fou, arrête un peu tes boutades, et je cache ma haine, et pas les couilles, ouais, si ça te fait de la peine, on en a vu se faire enterrer à l'appel, tu veux du rap, je vais t'en donner, ne crois pas que t'es mon équipier, à la table, je suis le roi, un peu comme sur un échiquier, dis-moi qui tu fréquentes et moi je te dirai qui tu es, car tes amis proches de toi et tes ennemis encore plus près, la vie pour moi c'est de la boxe, tu prends des coups, ça s'arrête pas, on vit dans un paradoxe, en moi trop de violence, faut que j'évacue, et envers toi trop de méfiance, faut que je t'évalue, car dans l'équipe j'accepte pas de trou du cul, dans ma vie trop de ratures, mais j'ai jamais jeté l'éponge, être fou c'est de nature, casse pas les couilles ou je t'allonge, sur ce texte ma plume est sale et ça comprend-le comme tu veux, je me bats toutes les semaines, faut bien reprendre la place des vieux, le meilleur combat c'est l'ignorance, et pour moi c'est la violence, je m'en bats les clés de ce que tu penses, t'as un souci, ben on avance, j'ai trop de choses dans la tête et non ça ne tourne pas rond, en ce moment je fais du sur place et je ne touche que le fond, je suis en manque de bifton, il faut que je saute et de bouffons, mon texte n'est pas très poétique, le confinement monte à la tête et le monde est en panique, je me demande ce que je ferai dans 10 ans, je me questionne sur tout et rien, je brasse le temps à force de prendre des coups, je me dessert tellement plus, mettre en dedans, je vais déterrer ma peine, Pour cacher ma haine, on s'était dit, on avance mais dans la main. Mais c'était qui était là quand j'étais dans le pétrin? Je me demande ce que je ferai dans 10 ans. Je me questionne sur tout et rien. Je brasse le temps à force de prendre des coups. Je n'aurai certainement plus mes 32 dedans. Je vais déterrer ma peine pour cacher ma haine. On s'était dit, on avance mais dans la main. Mais c'était qui était là quand j'étais dans le pétrin? La misère, je la connais. À moi, elle, c'était collé. Je m'inspire de ce que je vois. Moi, les gens, je n'écoute pas les conneries et les blabla. Tu traînes avec ce gars, mais il pourrait te la mettre. Dis-moi qui est là quand t'es dans la merde. J'ai perdu des frangins et un frangin qu'on fait plus. Le futur va arriver, le passé a disparu. Ben.
Oh, it was Scotty, a good friend of mine.
I seen that you put that out. That it's on your channel, right? That's the same person. Yep. I seen it.
Yeah. And even you don't speak French, I recommend you to subscribe to this channel because I love this guy. He's like Stacy. He sing with his soul and his heart, and that's why I love him because he don't act.
Yeah.
He play himself and he don't play a role, and he is a great guy. He's a real guy.
Can I just say one more thing on the subject of songs? It's just another plug for someone. Basically, Brendan's brother, Brad Dassey, probably all know who he is. He is actually in the process of writing, or he may have finished it now, another song for Brendan, which is called Taking Too Long or Taking Too Long. The thing that's special about this song is the fact that Brad went to Brendan with the idea and said, you know, I want to write a new song for you. I'd like you to have some input. So this song is really special because it has Brendan gave Brad a couple of ideas, which Brad has turned into lyrics and put them into the song. So
Brendan's thoughts.
It's a few of just a couple of Brendan's thoughts, and and he's given them. Brad's wrote the song and wrote the lyrics, but I thought, it's written. The song is written, and in fact, I'm sure I might have been half asleep on Twitter that he will. If you do want a copy of the song, I think he is giving them away. I think you just have to pay for postage. I think that's what I read on Twitter. I'm not sure. Go to his Twitter page, go to Brad's Twitter page. But yeah, keep an eye out for the song because it's special because Brendan has had some input into this song.
This way.
Taking too long, guys. Look out for it.
Yeah.
You have a great background.
Yes.
Oh,
that was one of the happiest times. I mean, it'll bring tears to me. It really meant a lot.
And for this year, I'm really sad to the rally.
Me too.
The rally because I was really, really, really excited to come this year to meet you all for the first time, but it's a life.
That's there. Hopefully there won't be another rally. There'll be
for sure.
exoneration party or something like that.
Or something like that, and even it's not a rally.
Right. Rally around because they're out.
I will come for sure in Scotland, in England, in US.
Yeah.
I will come for sure. And oh my God, what I see! Oh, a knight. Yeah, I have a knight on my screen. Oh my God, it's the knight who's saying me. Mr. Capaldi, welcome.
Oh, there you go.
Hello, everybody. I've just accused Jerome of keeping all the lovely ladies to himself because I must have clicked on yesterday's link, you see, and I've been waiting since about past, and then it suddenly occurred to me. It says ended. So I thought, different bit, you know. So I was not fair at me to accuse you of that, dude. You know, so I do apologise for that. So yes, we've done a nice little swap around. I'm in the dude studio, and Linda's popped over to Gala Shields. Hi
there. You slept, yeah.
I did have a sleep. Yes, I had a sleep from about midnight till about 5 o'clock.
Oh,
I had 2 hours.
Then I woke up at 5. Yeah, yep.
Oh,
yep.
I have sleep 4 hours.
You're lucky. You're lucky. You're the lucky one.
5 hours this weekend.
Midnight till about 5.
Yeah. The reason I've got this studio, of course, is because it's a full moon. So the dude is out on the prowl.
Yeah, I'll go, hey, come on over. You can just stay there while I'm in Cali. So I'm like, okay, I'm flying in.
Okay.
So we have again 10 minutes before jumping on Mr. Capaldi's channel. So my last question for this event, because it's my last segment. First, I would like to thank all of you for real, because you are all amazing. All. Jen, thank you very much.
You're welcome. It's been an absolute pleasure. I'm honored.
Yeah, me too, because you have proposed me to be one of my moderator on the YouTube channel, and like that, and wow, it was. I would like to also thanks many people, Sharon, Linda, Paul, the dude himself.
Thank you.
I would like to thank my Billy, because he made a great job. I would like to thank Tracy. Oh my God, she made a great job too. I would like to thank Andrew, yes. because Andrew, I've tried to watch all the MaM-A-Thon from the beginning, and it was absolutely amazing. It was for me absolutely amazing, and I will continue to watch, and I will continue, because it's really amazing this year. Last year it was really amazing, but this year it's better. And so I would like for first to thank you all, and
secondly for apologize for stealing my thunder, because I was about to ask you what was your impressions of doing it this year.
Yeah, I wanted to ask the same, because believe me, it's been a pleasure to work with every single one of you, to see everybody being out there. I will never forget this. This is about as good as meeting everybody at Rally for me. Life changing.
Give your thoughts if you want about the MaM-A-Thon.
I think Paul was asking you.
Well, actually, I was asking all three of you, because obviously all three of you were around last year, but last year's event was in a way somewhat smaller, in that we had only the 4 hosts. But when you look at the list of all who were involved as guests and who were all involved as moderators or admins or wenches, whatever they call them, you know. It was,
it's called wrench.
A wrench. You've got all the people that had the wrench.
I will like say
I didn't work this weekend very well.
The lady first.
Yes.
I mean, it's just been an absolute pleasure. Obviously, whatever we do, it's for Stephen and Brendan. So in any way that we can help. I mean, last year I was just a viewer and I donated. But then, so obviously this year I've been a moderator for quite a few people. I've guested on a couple of Jerome's, obviously, and Sharon's yesterday. And it's just been an absolute pleasure. I've really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it.
So we'll mark you down next year as a host. Excellent.
Yeah. Sharper than a pencil, and Diane.
Jane.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now that brings us to 10.
I hope so.
We went from 4 to 10. That is marvelous.
Yeah, I mean, it is fantastic, and it would be great to grow each year.
Yeah. What was funny though was that somebody and somewhere in the in the chat, and I think it was Jamie Hart, Sam William Henry 852, that suggested next year it should be a 72-hour event. I simply put the comment, behave yourself.
72. Oh.
72 hours, yes. And then doing it on 2 consecutive weekends. Can you imagine that?
Does he want me to die? I'm old. I'm older than every one of you here. I'll be dead.
Not by much, and I'm catching you up.
Still older than you, Paul.
Mind you, Ali could attest to that. I mean, you used to go on Ali's lives. I've known Ali do a 16-hour live.
Yeah. Ali.
To Ali. Can I just say it's been great having Ali in all the chats this year.
My God, yes.
Yes, again because
I reckon that Ali is the reason why in StreamYard you're limited to 20 hours a month.
She would be on so long that Hangouts would kick her off and she'd have to come back again. She is really the reason that we are all here because Tracy got the idea from Ali. So Ali, bless your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was on Ali's live, wasn't it?
And then it was the dude that decided it should, instead of 24 hours, to make it 48 hours. You know, and I've never really forgiven him for that.
I was just going to say, I'm not ever forgiven him for that, Paul.
Yeah. In fact, I think one of the best ways I can really sort him out is to show everybody the picture of him in his kilt.
There you go.
In order to try and encourage stuff like this, you know, because when you think about the number of channels that were on the go certainly when I first started watching on YouTube, and you think how it's proliferated. That now there's a good word, isn't it? How it's spread, you know, a bit like COVID-19, but in a good way. You know, and it's just grown and grown, hasn't it? You know, we've got so many.
I wish it would grow like COVID-19.
Well, you see, the thing is, it's taken a while, but what we always want here, hi Ali, what we always wanted to say to people was, you know, don't be afraid to get in front of a camera. And there was even a video that the dude did in his studio when he first built it. I remember when he was building it, his studio, when it was just an empty shell, when he got the plastering in, when he got the air conditioning in, you know, I've seen the photographs from that, you know. And at first, he had a little table in just behind me here. He had a little table, nothing on the walls. The walls were completely empty. And he had a little iPhone. And he said, "This is all you need to do. Just put the iPhone like that, keep it steady." And you know what his best bit of advice was to people like me? If you don't know how to do it, get somebody younger to show you, because all the kids will know exactly how to do it.
Yeah. You know? My kids do.
Yeah. If you're not sure how to do it, no problem. Just ask. I mean, I get my daughters obviously to keep me right on a few things, and they absolutely despair when they see me typing, because it's like,
I can do better now, but still make mistakes.
You know, when guilters get in touch with me and they get one line responses, it's because I can't type any quicker.
Hey, I used to be in Discord and somebody would say something, and by the time I was ready to answer them or even got the sentence out, they were way on something else. I was like so far behind.
I was saying before to Stacy, I have received one message from one male or female American, I don't know, a man or woman, I don't know. Oh my God. He or she tell me, she asked me, why a French communist like you is involved in this case. And when I see that, I understand sometimes people need to pay attention when they ask something, because we are not communist at all.
Cult.
And
I mean,
we
what's-
are not a cult. And
Yeah.
I have again 3 minutes.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, yeah.
Jump
two
over to Paul's.
2 minutes
Thank you.
to move to Paul. So Paul,
Yep.
I would like to ask you, what's your what is your who is your guest, and what you are talking about during your segment?
Yes, well, it ties in very nicely with what you got a comment. I also got a couple of comments from somebody who was asking me, basically, to leave America and politics alone, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I just replied, well, where do all Americans descend from? Mainly from Europe. I mean, are they even aware that as you go from Chicago up to Manitowoc, you go obviously through a few places, including Luxembourg and Belgium.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't become more obvious than that, pal. Why are we interested? Because you're supposed to be the free world. You're supposed to be the world leaders. But we think that good though America is, and we love the American people. We just see things that the Americans themselves have pointed out. And my simple answer would be this: Brendan Dassey didn't say, "People of America, help me if you can." He said, "People of the world."
Of the world.
Yeah.
Of the world, help
Of
me
the
if you
world.
can. Yeah.
Yeah,
Now
that's
the world isn't just America.
no.
The dude thought that the world was just America, but it's not. Okay. So next up, to answer your question, we've got from Australia, we've got a particularly dodgy character, and wait till you see the picture of him. The dude from down under, the shark snack himself. Talks with sharks, swims with sharks, plays with sharks. And also Fleetside from Canada. So we've got
Canada,
compare them. And this Fleetside. I mean, I'm sure you can see where he's coming from. He is definitely one of these ones that is very, very open to the possibility that we have all been hoodwinked into thinking that Teresa was murdered, and that there's a lot of things to be answered. Particularly
really
Mike Holbach, the grieving process could last days.
Yeah.
The lack of family.
It will be really interesting. Yeah. And
so it's a bit heavy going, but it's really good stuff to get into. So I was really pleased when Fleetside got in touch with me. In fact, it was funny how things were just sort of wobbling along nicely. We were waiting for the the state's response, and then in quick fire succession, I got correspondence from Fleetside and McGilla. And now they've become regulars on YouTube, and McGilla tweeting a lot, with his loof track, sniffer dogs stuff. So yes, it's been absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Right, I better say cheerio and hop over to my channel.
We're following you.
Carry on. We'll catch you ladies later.
We'll see you over there.
Cheers, Jerome.
Bye.
Cheers,
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye for now. Bye, everybody. Jump on the Paul channel, and thank you very much, Jen. Thank you very much, Linda.
Welcome.
Bye, Jen.
And
bye, Jerome.
Love you, Linda.
Love you
See
too.
you on Paul's
Bye-bye.
channel.
And like the dude said all the time, and I will try to say well this time. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe.
Well
And
done.
I'll see you. Bye,
Thank you,
everybody.
everyone.
And
Thank you,
jump on
Linda.
Paul's channel the night we say
jump on
me.
Paul's. We'll see you over there. Thanks,
Bye.
thanks, Ali.
Bye.
Bye.
Jim.
Bye, Jerome. Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks to you.
Oh, you're welcome.